Can you hear that noise? That's all my froggies and toads and amphibians down at the fish pond. It gets so loud at night. So I came out to my garden to see if I had any squash that I could take to my grandfather's house tonight, and I thought this was really cool. This stem here actually has 2 flowers growing on one stem. Now this is one of the male flowers, male stems, so we won't actually get a fruit off of that, but very cool. Apparently it's not super common, but it's not super rare either. So, and also it's looking like I have a lot more male flowers on some of these plants than females, which is going to be interesting to see how they turn out. Definitely lessons learned for next year is to provide a whole lot more spacing for my squash plants. Maybe build them some raised beds and just have 1 per raised bed. So we'll have to see how things go, but still thought it was really, really cool. And welcome back to the Odious Soul. I am going to hopefully get to show you something that's really special to me. I'm hoping to share it. We have some storms that are getting ready to move in to the area, so hopefully I can get there and get a tour before the storms hit, so fingers crossed. But I'm going to take you to my grandfather's house, and excuse my face mask. I'm hanging in the rearview mirror. For those of you who may be watching this years down the road, it is COVID time, June of 2020, and going to make my grandfather dinner tonight. He is a bachelor now, I guess. His wife left him almost 2 years ago now, and his first wife passed away. My grandmother passed away from breast cancer back in '93. He remarried. She was like 20 years younger than him, and I guess as he got older, she just couldn't handle it. So she actually up and left, stole a bunch of money, just a horrible human being. So anyway, so he's alone, and he was born in '32, so I guess he'll be 88 this December, which is just crazy to think that he's that old. But he has, I remember growing up, and I remember his garden. He would always have so many tomatoes, and he would just grow other things. Like I remember him growing asparagus, and at the time I was a kid, I hated asparagus. But I remember him growing and having a huge garden. And father was a pastor of a very large church, and he would feed so many people with his garden. His congregation, I think at the height, had 1,000 members, which is just crazy for a church in a small town in Pennsylvania. So he actually has a garden this year, and I can't wait to see it. Since I'm gardening, I can have a whole new appreciation for his garden. And I don't feel like he's had much of a garden. I think he's grown a smaller scale the past couple years. So now that he's no longer preaching with COVID, he closed his little church, and without having a wife, he doesn't have much else to do with his time. So I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to share it. I can't wait to show you what his garden is like, and maybe we can get some tips from a person who's been gardening for, a very, very, very long time, longer than I've been gardening, probably longer than you've been gardening. So it's gonna be kind of fun to see his garden and see what happens. So fingers crossed that we can get there. We're almost there, and I know storms are supposed to come in probably about 6, so Valley about 45 minutes away. Like I can see the clouds off in the distance, so let's see what we can make happen. So what are you doing out here, handsome, without a shirt on?
Did you bring your gloves with you?
I did not bring my gloves. But I have a feeling you have an extra pair of gloves somewhere for me, right?
Huh?
I have a feeling you have an extra pair I can borrow, don't you?
Believe it or not, this is it.
Awesome.
Yep.
How are you doing today?
I got the world by the tail on a downhill pole. Cabbage, this is cabbage in here. This is collard greens. Peppers.
Yeah, I see all your peppers back there.
This is string beans.
Are these just bush beans?
These are all tomatoes.
And these are all tomatoes.
Those are lima beans there. Or lima beans or string beans, I'm not sure.
Are they just like a bush bean?
Yeah.
Okay. What all kind of tomato plants do you have growing?
I've got little baby tomatoes. I got big tomatoes. This is not all of them.
No, I definitely have a feeling you have more somewhere else.
Come on down.
All right, let's go.
These are little.
Ooh, what is this?
I don't know, somebody gave me that. It's some kind of I think if you break a leaf off, you smell it.
So
Okay.
how many tomato plants do you have total? Do you even know?
About 30 all total.
Okay, okay.
I have some peas coming here, but they're not doing too well. This is I gotta put more stakes in here so they can spread out more.
And they are so tall and beautiful.
Boy, aren't they something?
Now, have you put anything on them, like any kind of fertilizer, or is this just...
Oh yeah, I fertilize them.
What do you fertilize them with?
10, 10, 10.
Okay.
And I think rabbits have been working on them.
You said these are more beans?
Yeah, and I planted this, but I don't know what it is.
Well, it's definitely like some kind of squash.
Yeah.
Question is, it doesn't look like, looks like a regular zucchini. Oh, look. Look at that little guy. Look at him.
Uh-huh.
He's starting. Or no, maybe not. That's just a really cute little curly cute flower. Actually, I don't see any fruit on here yet. All these flowers are still male flowers.
And so tomatoes like sun.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the ones in the sun are definitely doing better than the ones in the shade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, like, this is the garden that I remember always being perfect and beautiful when I was a kid.
Yep.
And it looks like a hot mess right now, Pop.
But I haven't really done. The only thing I planted down here was the tomatoes.
That's it?
And you can see them growing. And I'm going to run in and wash my hands.
Yeah, go wash that Virginia creeper and bleeding heart off of you, please. So here's a pear tree. A lot of his fruit trees definitely are dying or dead. Looks like they had some kind of fungal infection. And then beyond it, like you can see, like right here, this used to be a grape arbor. And I mean, it's still standing, but definitely overweeded. It's kind of sad, you know. It's kind of like a jungle down here. And like growing up, this used to be very much neat and orderly and tidy. But you know, as you get older, priorities change, time slips away from you. Now, Pop said this used to be a strawberry patch, and there are still some strawberry plants in here. Like I found this one, it still looks pretty darn healthy. But the problem is it's right next to all this mock strawberry, all this, which is kind of like an invasive plant. You can kind of see it's everywhere in here, which it grows these fake little strawberry things that are not edible. So maybe one day I'll come back and help him dig out the actual remaining strawberry plants, and we'll see what we can come up with. Now, this is something that's kind of crazy but cool. This was an apple tree. It's not an apple tree anymore. But if you look, it's actually become a grape arbor. There is a grape plant growing on here. I don't know if maybe a bird had eaten a grape off the other grapevine, and you know, birds then poop and the seeds come out, and that's how a lot of things, like that's how poison ivy ends up in some of the strangest places, is just birds eat what's the fruit off of it, and then they go fly someplace and then they poop. But there's actually like grapes growing on here. Kind of weird, kind of cool though. Nature just takes over. And I'm gonna try to get him to let me take these metal chairs home. Like, I would love to repaint these and put these out in the garden. Like, that would just be amazing. I'm gonna get those chairs. I'm gonna get them. Don't know how. Gotta convince him. But I'm gonna get those chairs. Got this super cute rain gauge, and it's got like a little thermometer, and it's got dragonflies on it, and if you know me, you know I love dragonflies. I can't believe it's actually 90 some degrees. I mean, maybe, but it doesn't feel quite that hot. Maybe because I've just come out from my lunch break. But super cute. I got this actually on Amazon. Oh, there's Dobie. Say hi, Dobie. Say hi. It's like, I want to be in the shop, Mommy. Well, there he goes. Let's watch him catch some bees. Well, hello. It's now Friday. I know I've pieced a bunch of videos together from now for the past few days. I went and saw my grandfather last night and got to see what he was doing, and it was not the normal garden I was used to him growing. As you could see, as soon as we pulled up, you could see him shirtless at the end of his driveway. But, you know, he had his garden right there, and, you know, he's getting older. Like I said, he's going to be 88. I think he's going to be 88 this December. So obviously he can't, you know, well, I mean, he can. He still cuts down trees. But it's easier for him to access a garden that's closer to his house. So, you know, it's hard watching your loved ones get older, and you know, and how, you know, their lives change, and to see how much his property has gotten away from him is kind of sad. But remember those metal chairs? Well, he said I could have them as I was leaving, and I tried to get one in my car. It didn't happen. It didn't work. So he's supposed to bring me the chairs. We'll see if he does. I might have to call and remind him. His short-term memory is pretty bad. But it was very exciting. So, but anyway, right now I have a package that I want to open, and this came from my Amazon wish list. So let's see here. Let's see what we got. Very excited. Oh, awesome. It is a hose holder. It is a star hose holder. All right, so this actually, I want to put right here on the far end of Sammy's old house. And just so you know what this was called, we used to call it the gardenless house because it used to not have any gardens around it when my brother lived in there. And then, so now we just call it a Sammy's house, even though Sammy's been gone for a couple years now. So, but this I'm going to put down there because right now all my hoses, you can see, are right here, and I have 3 hoses here actually. So this is going to be great because I can move the hose that has the sprayer attachment. I can move this to the far end of Sammy's house, and then I can run the one hose by the water spigot. I can run that to this hose, and then use this hose to get all the garden, which is right here on the side of the garage. And then I can take it as far back as the blueberry bush, and then it won't be as much work and hauling around as much hose, because getting the hose to come around this corner is hard. I usually end up messing. I think that's what happened with my loganberry bush that I have, that's right here. I think the hose probably took it out because it's dead. Like, it's dried up. It didn't produce any fruit. And I think it just had a good whack and kind of probably cut the vine underneath. So whoever sent me this, I don't see a thing in here. Whoever sent me this, thank you so much. Be sure if you send a gift to always do a gift receipt. So that way I know who sent it. So thank you. Very excited. And if you would like to send me a gift to unpackage and show in here, feel free. Go ahead and do so. Just go in the link in the comment section in the description. My goodness, can you tell it's Friday? In the description section, there will be a link to my Amazon wish list. And there's all kinds of stuff on there. Like, that is my dream list. If I see something and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need this. Or I start looking for things that I need in my garden. And some of it, like I said, is my dream list. It's not necessarily stuff I need right now, but it's my wants, my desires. So, but there's all kinds of things from like $5 items to more than $5 items. I still feel like my butter stick squash, like they're just not getting very large. And I mean, I actually Googled, like, this is my hand and this is the butter stick squash. It's tiny. And I Googled to see how big they're supposed to get. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm not giving them a nutrient that they need. So definitely very curious there. Over here, the zucchinis, they didn't have anything really popping off here either. I got lots of flowers, most of them are male. I got a couple of females finally starting to grow. You can see in here, maybe you can see in here, like there. Finally got a couple females, but so far nothing really there either. So I'm actually thinking about ripping out this plant here. It's the one that I said was kind of funky, and I don't know if it just developed too soon. Actually, you know what? If it doesn't start looking better in a day or two, I'll probably gotta rip it out. And then I feel like maybe I should check these bean plants because they weren't really doing anything either. And now I'm like, are they doing anything? Still don't see any beans. Hopefully, eventually, gonna move this climber over here though. Just kind of wrap it around there, get them to grip, because I definitely want to be able to get in between these two plants. So, all right, so tomatoes definitely still have some growing. None near the ripening stage yet. And those cute little cherries. Look at them, they're so adorable. Almost that entire bunch here has fruit on it. Very exciting. Oh, and this eggplant, look at it, it's just gorgeous. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is my other eggplants are not flowering, so I don't know how that is. If it doesn't have something else to pollinate with, what does that look like? And actually, I'm gonna take off these yellow leaves down here. So I don't know if it'll produce an eggplant or not. I actually haven't done any research. And you can see I got so much grass in here. This grass is the death of me. But beefsteak, little tomato there is still growing. Just a itty bitty baby. You should get pretty big. There's some more fruit growing inside there. Like, say hello. Hello, hello. So that's exciting. Celebrity hybrids, still have a couple of those. Had some more pop up. So those guys are, whoops, kind of like going through a jungle in here. Some more celebrity hybrids coming about. And I still don't see any fruit on the cucumber plants. I keep looking to see if I'm missing one. I'm like, there has to be one somewhere, right? Oh, I see it. Look at that. It's not coming into focus, but look at it. It is a cucumber. And it's a cucumber. It's starting. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I don't know why I talk like that when I get excited over vegetables and fruits and stuff. Like, that's so not my normal voice. And I think I already showed you guys this. I got a new rain gauge, super excited, got it on Amazon. I think it was like 20 bucks, but it also tells the temperature. So very excited to have that. That's gonna be really handy out here in the garden to see if I have to water. We get a lot of rain showers, but you always wonder, is it enough? Is it not enough? So that's kind of where we're at right now. Don't know if I'll be able to do any videos over this weekend. My husband is off, so hopefully we can get into something. Actually thinking about making him go search for one of Charles Beal's caches up in Pennsylvania. I doubt I'll get him to be able to do it, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if it's our anniversary weekend, so I'm gonna be like, baby, come on, you know you want to. But I do also want to build some raised beds, and I want to build them pretty quickly because I have a short window. I'm gonna need to get most things planted for the fall by the end of July. Again, I'm 6B, so I got some new seeds, and realistically, I want to build 3 feet by 12-foot beds, and then I got to fill them with dirt. Don't worry, they're not going to be as tall as the strawberries beds. I'm looking at probably maybe about 18 inches high. So it's going to be a process. It is going to be a process. But I'm hoping I can get those built. My cousin said I could, he could come to Lowe's and help me transport them back to my house, like all the wood for it, all the parts. Because my car can only hold like 8-foot pieces of wood. So it'd be smarter to get some help and to do 12-foot pieces of wood. It means less wood, less money, all that good stuff. So, but anyway, that's it for now. And look, there's the hose. I'm so excited. I'm not gonna water anything tonight. It looks like we might get some showers this evening. I'm gonna check the Weather Channel app just to make sure. But I don't think, I was so busy at work today, I didn't get a chance to really come out here and water. Normally I try to come out and water on my lunch break. But like I said, today it just got away from me. So we'll see. We'll see what this evening and tomorrow brings. Anyway, I'm going to try to put this video together and get it out to you guys tonight. Fingers crossed. Hope you guys have a blessed weekend. I hope you guys have a fun weekend. And I hope you guys have a very safe weekend. So take care, have a good one, and until next time.